The Metropolitan Police Commissioner today announced that the law's threshold has not been met to stop the planned Palestine protests this Saturday on Armistice Day. He's come under fire for this from the Prime Minister, who met him earlier today to hold him to account.
Yeah, this is a decision that the Metropolitan Police Commissioner has made, and he has said that he can ensure that he safeguards remembrance for the country this weekend, as well as keep the public safe. Now, my job is to hold him accountable for that, and we've asked the police for information on how they will ensure that this happens.
But it's right that Sir Mark Rowley is the one to judge, and it's right that the Prime Minister is there to hold him to account. We live in a free country, and in a free country the right to protest is one that needs to be protected. Freedom of speech is essential to how our country is governed, and therefore it ought to be difficult to ban marches. It ought to be difficult to ban marches that we don't like, as well as ones that we do like. It is essential for a free country, and it's right that it shouldn't be a political decision, because as soon as you make it a political decision, is it being banned by a Conservative government? Would it be a Labour government who bans it? Which government would allow it? You have all those issues coming up as to whether it's a political decision or an evidence decision. Now, I think that the organisers, out of respect for Armistice Day and the Remembrance Weekend, should cancel it as a sign of respect and of their Britishness, of being part of this nation. But they have the right not to accept that advice, as long as the march is peaceful. And this is where the Commissioner has power, has authority, has something that he can do. Because if he thinks, if he has evidence that there could be serious disorder, he is entitled to ban it. And this is where he is taking a risk in not banning it. Because as he has decided it can go ahead, if it turns out to be disorderly, then he is responsible, and possibly even his job and reputation would be on the line. And the risk he's taking shouldn't be minimised, because there's already been disorder on some of these marches, including a man with an Israeli flag being chased and needing police protection, and the vandalism that Polly was telling you about a few moments ago at the Rochdale Cenotaph, a really nasty and disgraceful piece of violent property damage. So if there's public disorder, the police commissioner is responsible for not having cancelled the protest. So it's a question that is rightly taken by a policeman, not by a politician. It's a question that the politicians are right to discuss and put pressure on the policeman for. It's also right to ask people, as a matter of respect, not to march. But when our way of life is under threat, surely the answer is not to abandon our way of life.